Hey guys, E here with another video. We're doing rear brakes in this Acura TSX. I'm doing a voiceover. I was not able to do the audio there. I was having difficulties. So yeah, um, customers stated they're hearing noises, and yeah, the in and rear pads, they were really low, and I think the slide pins are not lubricated, and they're getting stuck. There's a lot of rust on the caliper, so use the impact driver here, and then you hit it with a hammer, and then it should slide out. There comes the bolt, and then we do it on the other one as well. Um, but yeah, I was not able to do the audio on this, um, so that's why I'm doing a voiceover. Yeah, so you hit it again, and it comes out loose. Um, all right, so now after that, we look for a 14 millimeter, and then we start taking out the caliper bolts. Should be one on the top and one on the bottom. Yeah, I was doing this at night because it was pretty hot that day, so I waited until night in the back of my house and started doing it there. Always be cautious. Lift up your car, you know, put some jack stands and all of that. All right. Oh, well, dropped the bolt there. So yeah, hope you guys are liking my videos and stuff. Um, I'm just started this YouTube journey, trying to see where it goes. I just like to fix cars and see how it goes. I mean, it's always a learning curve. I'm always learning, trying to learn new things. Work at a Toyota dealership for a while. Um, but yeah, trying to learn new, try to work on all the cars. So yeah, so you just lose all the bolts. Um, There's those two out, and then you just remove the caliper out. This caliper actually was really stuck because of how rusty it is, and then they left the pads to come like really low, especially the inner one. Just stuck it is. You just set it apart. Um, so I'll be replacing the rotor and the pads. Um, this is something most of you guys can do at home. Um, I wouldn't say it's that easy, but it's not the worst thing. Alright, so those back bolts are 17s. Hondas, they use 17s. Toyotas, yeah, Toyotas use 17 as well. I try to use a small socket there, but there's a bolt that comes out of the control arm that doesn't let me do anything. So I look for one that's a little taller, a socket 17. That's a little taller, so I could remove it. But yeah, um, comment below what you guys what would you guys like to see? Cause I'm fairly new to this YouTube channel. Um, and yeah, I'm getting out of my comfort zone to try to make videos and stuff. But man, I just record what I do and hope you guys like it. Trying to teach you guys something, or because I know there's a lot of videos out there um, that do this type of videos. A lot of channels that do this type of stuff. But if you guys have any questions, comment on the section below and see what I can respond to you guys. Make it easier, just have an electric ratchet. Um, Now these days you don't have to using the manual ratchets. It makes the job quicker. Um, You just pull out the bracket out. Yeah, and your 217 bolts and the bracket. I think I did this after my work job. So yeah, so you just remove the the rotor stuff. Now we're gonna remove those caliper pins. Um, one of them was kind of easy to take out, but the other one was really stuck. I think it's the bottom one actually. So I'm gonna struggle a little bit with this, but yeah, I had to cut out the video because um, it took me a while to do it to take those out. So now it's another day. I went inside and then took some rest. So I already took them out. So I used this Ultra Brake synthetic grease. I've been using it for a long time, and I never had any problems with it. Um, See, you can see I kind of loosened them already. I put some dust penetrator and stuff, leave it overnight before I went in the house and sleep. But yeah, um, yes, you can clean it with a brush, like an electric brush or some stuff like that. I've seen it done it like that, but in this case, I just use brake cleaner and a rag, and then I just grease it out with a synthetic grease. See, I never had any problem with this. I know it's a special grease for this type of jobs, but I never had any problems with this type of synthetic grease. Yeah, I mean, you always want to use synthetic grease because of the temperature. You know, use that one. Then always do it one by one. Take your time. Don't rush through these jobs. I mean, you gotta make sure everything's done correctly. The last thing you want to do is leave a bolt loose, and then a lot of problems happen. That's the last thing you want to do. Yeah, so grease up the other one. Um, sure it's nice and lubricated. Um, I try to clean the inside board where the pin goes, and I did clean it somehow, but I didn't record that part. It was quite a lot. All right, so after that, this part I'm gonna speed up the video because this actually took me like an hour to push this piston out. Yeah, we're using this manual tool to push down the piston in the back. I recommend the customer to replace the caliper, but they didn't want to replace it, so I had to use this retracting tool. Actually, bought it from Amazon. It was cheap. Um, so yeah, I speed up the video. Try to do it. It's gonna be a couple, a couple of seconds, but it did took me a while to get this thing to retract. And I got the customer consent to retract it like that. They didn't have a budget for a caliper. It's not the right thing to do, but if the customer knows that this is being done, that's fine. So yeah, it took me a while. It takes time because it's just tedious to push it back in. You know, you put someone put PV on the side, so you just kind of push it to the back. But in this case, I didn't. Um, yeah. Now we're back to regular speed. So after that, you're done with your pushed back all the way, and all right. Now we're gonna put the rotor back onto place. Um, you can align it back where the holes are. You gotta align it. There's little holes on the rotors that you have to align to go into the hub. And then I like to do, I always like to put a lug nut back in so it doesn't move. It's not necessary really. You can directly, it didn't even work. You can just put directly that the Phillips head screws back into the hub, and that secure the rotor. I think I can't remember very well, but I think it gave you new ones. I think they gave me new ones. For some reason, they brought new ones in. Um, you can put on TCs in those little things, just a little tab on them, um, so they don't see stuff whenever the next guy is gonna do the brakes, or if I do them again. Um, just secure them very well, and then you can just kind of tap them again. Just switch your impact driver to, righty tighty, like you see it right now. Yeah, just tap it once. You don't have to do it hard, just for them to stay in place, and that's it. Um, yeah, so now we're gonna put the bracket back into place. Let's grab your two 17 bolts and put the bracket back into place. This work, I mean, with the recording and everything, it should take you around. If you're mechanically inclined, it should take you like 30 minutes, I'll say, if everything goes right. Um, but if you're not mechanically inclined, it should take you like an hour or so. I mean, it's not, like I said, don't try to rush things. You'll take it slow, and just to get it done, make sure everything is tight and stuff. So yeah, so those two bolts are 17 millimeters. You just gotta grab your 17 millimeter ratchet, wrench, whatever you wanna use, and, you tighten them up. Um, they do got torque. They gotta be torqued to spec, but they didn't have. I don't have the manual. It's usually probably like around 40, maybe 50 um, foot per pound, but you just gotta make sure they're very tight. In this case, I use a long ratchet. So I use my electric ratchet just to snug them into place. And then just use a long ratchet with a 17 millimeter on it. She just tied it very well. Yeah, light flew out of the way. Um, yeah. Um, no, like I said, yeah. If you have any tips or how I should do my videos or anything like that, make sure just comment and let me know. I'm open to feedback. Um, I'm fairly new to all this, and I'm trying to learn as much as you guys. So make sure the silencer pin goes in the bottom. Um, that and it goes in the inside too. So you just put in the pad. You just gotta put in the pad. Put the right one first, and then you just gotta put that one back. Make sure that the silencer tip is not go towards the bottom. And then this pads, they got little springs. They're return springs. Both pads, they got one hole on the top and one hole on the bottom. And you gotta, usually the pads, they bring those new springs. These ones, they didn't give me new ones, so I had to reuse them. Um, so you just gotta, so they put the top one first facing down, and then the bottom one faces up. It's basically like a triangle. And then this return springs, they work for when it's for attracting the pads. So when the pad squeezes, it helps them retract so they don't get stuck to the rotor. Um, Yeah, and then they just go like that. Just make sure they're all the way in so they don't come off when you put the caliper back into place. Yep. So make sure and snug. Just like that. And then now just put the caliper back in. Just gotta kind of wiggle it in there. So make sure those retractor springs don't come off. And just push it back in. And just like that, you gotta find your 12 mm bolts. Chop two of them. No, it was 14. These are 14 mm bolts. My bad. There's two 14s. And yeah, they got torque specs as well. I don't know the torque specs by heart. Um, since I work on Toyota cars a little mostly, but this one's just gotta tie them as much as you can. Not with an electric ratchet or or like a impact electric. I just gotta do it by hand. Start by hand and then snug them by hand and then you tie them with a ratchet. And just like that. Put the top one in and I mean you could use the electric ratchet to snug them on place, but that's about it. Other than that, it's better to tie them and snug them with your fingers. 100%. And just tie them up. Tie the bottom one down. And that's it. Rear bed job done. Um, kind of spin it just to see if it spins correctly. Alright, and that's it. You just gotta do the other side. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.